You're watching Dante's Boxing Nation. Woo!
Yeah. Why him? Why Roach? Out of all the people.
I think a lot of people was they had a scheduled fight. For sure they had a scheduled fight.
But in the press conference, you give him respect like, nah, he's a tough fighter. I'm like, Tank, you don't even believe this shit.
No, he is a tough fighter though.
For sure.
But
it's levels.
Is he more skillful than Ryan Garcia? Yes. Skill-wise, he hit harder than Ryan Garcia? I don't know. But skill-wise, he's better than Frank Martin.
Devin Haney.
Easy work.
Shakur Stevenson.
Easy work.
Keyshawn Davis.
Super easy work.
Super damn.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So next weekend, Gervonta Tank Davis, he makes his return. He's fighting against Lamont Roach. And as you guys heard in that clip I played for you, at least in that first clip, Gervonta, he was very honest. He feels that Lamont Roach is more skilled than Frank Martin and Ryan Garcia. Gervonta, he said that it's a tough fight. And then in the other clip, of course, he said that Keyshawn and Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney are all easy fights. And Keyshawn, of course, would be the easiest. Now, obviously, Gervonta Tank Davis, he was being extremely sarcastic. But the real question is, does this mean Gervonta Tank Davis is planning on fighting one of them next? Which I believe is most likely going to be Shakur Stevenson. Or at least that is the fight they are going to negotiate.
I know, having spoken to Tank, he really doesn't want to do anything that's less than top tier. So I think he's going to insist on a fight like Shakur, something of that magnitude. Maybe it's Shakur, maybe it's Ryan Garcia rematch, maybe it's something like that. But I don't think we'll see him in anything short of those types of fights going forward.
And by Gervonta's own admission, he believes that Ryan Garcia is going to be unavailable because of the deal that he has with Turki Al-Sheikh fighting against Devin Haney once he knocks out Rolly Romero. And that only leaves Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis. But Gervonta versus Shakur Stevenson is arguably the biggest fight in boxing right now. And when you hear Steven Espinoza talk like that, someone who represents PBC, it sounds to me like not only Gervonta, but PBC in general, they are desperate to make a really big fight with Gervonta because obviously that financially benefits PBC and Amazon Prime as well as Gervonta. But Gervonta definitely has to get past Lamont Roach. This is not a guaranteed win, even though a lot of people don't know too much about Roach. Gervonta has already talked about his sneaky power, saying that he's more skilled than Ryan Garcia and Frank Martin. By looking at all of Lamont Roach's previous fights, I think he's going to stand in front of Gervonta the majority of time. It's not going to be like Frank Martin constantly moving. It might end up being more of a chess match in the middle of the ring. I'm talking about a dangerous chess match, of course. We'll see next weekend. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
So, okay, 135. Who are we looking at 135 then? I mean, I know we normally get at least three names.
Only one left for Tank. His earn at 135 is Shakur.
Now, but do you feel though that a Shakur fight right now is able to go down, being as though his last outing?
He said his hand was hurt. Shakur did. They come back with a healed hand and show the people what he can do.
Okay, so y'all be willing to take that fight, man?
Hell yeah.
Shakur, man, that's what they call him.
That's a good fight, man. Not calling Shakur out, just, him and Tank, the last two out of four, that 5 king they had a few years ago,
Yeah, I mean, but it ain't about calling. I mean, but they in the same division, man. So
sometimes Shorty get emotional and think we directly calling him out. But no, 4 years ago you had Tank, Shakur, Devin Haney, Teofimo, and Ryan, right? So all of them, everybody gone from 135, but Tank and Shakur.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. The last two people standing, so it only makes sense for
right. Once he fights Shakur, let that new generation take over lightweight, then move up to 40.
There were preliminary discussions about the Shakur fight, early on, like back early, for 2024 before this was scheduled. Didn't get very far for reasons I won't go into. But
come on.
I just think there were I'm not sure that the time was right. I think, what Shakur was looking for was something different than, he was looking for more of a long-term commitment other than just doing one fight, and so he's got his deal, he's getting busy, he's got a fight scheduled, and, maybe we'll pick up and do something there. But aside from that, to be candid, those are the big names at 135. I know Tank has gone up to 140, and he would on occasion. He hasn't looked the best there. Overall, I think 135 is his best weight. So it would take a lot for him to get there. But I think, if we look at this, you take Shakur out of it, then there's a big drop-off at 135, to be completely honest. So, let's be clear, and I don't mean that as any disrespect to everybody else, but, in terms of household names and guys who will, at least on paper, are going to be a big challenge, it becomes more and more difficult.
One potential opponent is Gervonta Davis, who's a new champion at 130. Would you want to fight him next if it came up?
I don't know. For me, he is not interesting because for what? For what? Money?
Big money?
Do you want me to throw out the picture?
No, that happened yesterday. I gotta do it again.
I can fight with him for free. I can fight for. Why he can't fight with me when I stay in the 130? Why then I was a 130 champion, WBO champion. He has a IBF title. Why in that moment he can't fight with me? Now when I move up at 135, now he want to fight with me, and I read he want to fight only on pay-per-view. Hey, what are you talking about? You never has a main event. You fight only co-main event. What are you talking about?
What pay-per-view is that gonna be?
What pay-per-view you talking about? Hey.
What do you make of his promoter wanting him to fight Gervonta? You to fight Gervonta Floyd?
Hey, you know me. You know my legacy. I never scare. I never. I know nobody scare. I can fight anybody. But I need. If he has a title, I wait. But he has a title 130. I don't want to fight 135 and stay 145. He can move up 135, take a title, and after that I can fight with him.
There it is. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called LO Key Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to LODkey.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.